3.12, Chancellor's reports. Chancellor Jackson.
Good evening, President Delphine Polk, Board of Trustees, colleagues, community. This evening, we have someone who's stepping in for Merritt College, our Interim Vice President of Instruction, Lisa Cook. So I will start with Ms. Cook, and then we will go on to Laney College, then Berkeley City College, and last but not least, College of Alameda with Dr. Bajrami. So I'll turn it over to you, Lisa.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, and administrators, faculty, staff, and community members. I'm Lisa Cook. I'm the Interim Vice President of Instruction at Merritt College. And I'm here tonight to give you a report on behalf of President Johnson. I'm going to bring some of the events that are highlighted in our report to life. One is that we had a team from Merritt attend the California Community Colleges Association for Occupational Education conference. That conference is focused on shaping career education throughout California. And our group attended and learned a lot. And most exciting, I think, is that we are leveraging our strong workforce funds to build out our career education pathways. And one example of that is that you may be aware of is that Merritt College currently has an EMT program, but we're going to build out our emergency medical services pathway to include paramedics. So there's a group, a dedicated team working on that at Merritt, and we're really excited about that. There were two events at Merritt College. One was for Halloween. We had a lovely, the lovely parade where the kids come from the Child Center, and also we had a celebration for Dia de los Muertos, including a really beautiful altar. If you go to Merritt in the Student Center, there's an altar and lots of offerings to recognize the lives of those that have gone on before us, including esteemed faculty members and staff and students at Merritt College. And we have an event coming up this Thursday, the Giving Thanks Classified Appreciation event. So the administrators are cooking, and I won't say more, but we're cooking. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And the last item that I'll share is in our effort to build dual enrollment, we're taking a little different approach to empower the parents of our high school scholars. And to this end, Dean Rashima Thornton, our Dean of Enrollment Services, and President Johnson will be joining in a potluck meeting for parents at McClymonds High School. It's called the Empowerment Hour for MAC Parents. And the idea is to support parents in thinking about returning to college, hopefully Merritt College, to obtain their AA degrees. So that will be taking place this Thursday evening, and we're hoping that that will be just one of many of our outreach efforts to increase the partnership with high schools, but to take this approach that we're not just serving our high school scholars, but also building connections with their families. Thank you.
Good evening, Chancellor Jackson, Board President Delphine Polk, members of the governing board, colleagues in education, and of course, our valued students and community members. I have a couple updates tonight, as well as a couple of partnerships that I'd like to talk about. The first update is I wanted to follow up with the board about an item that was brought at the last board meeting. The college has purchased just in terms of helping people get around our campus, the college has purchased, acquired, and put into action a 6-passenger golf cart, an additional one for the campus. And at present, we are training and certifying people. And as a former person who was forklift certified, I can appreciate that, individuals to drive the cart. And I want to really extend thanks to colleagues in our business and administrative services office for being so responsive to this, because we certainly want to serve our students, community, and visitors to campus. The second thing I'd like to go ahead and share as an update is that, certainly with the holidays coming up, we've got some great partners, and we're actually having 2 holiday meal distributions take place. And I'd like to send just a special word of thanks to the Alameda County Food Bank, as well as Oakland Rotary number 3. The first of these will be in our student services food pantry that everyone's been working so hard on. And as part of the regular distribution, actually, the food bank, Alameda County Food Bank, has come forward to provide 600 whole chickens for the holidays. They're going to be distributed this week on Wednesday and Thursday, as well as with canned cranberry sauce, corn, stuffing, and mashed potatoes. And then these will also be going out next week on Wednesday as well. So that's great thanks to that partner. And then with the Oakland Rotary, if you are a member of our learning communities at Laney College, there will be a delivery of 100 turkeys with a lot of the sides that I just mentioned. So students in CalWorks Athletics, our Mojo Baca program, Restoring Our Communities, our veterans, also students being served by our Basic Needs Center, as well as our Latinx Center, will all have turkey dinners available to them for the holidays. Something that's wonderful. And again, thank you to Oakland Rotary number 3, as well as the Alameda County Food Bank. My last 2 items tonight are highlighting partners that we've had. And last week on the 8th of November, on Wednesday night, Professor Sapo Su, Dean Alejandra Tomas, and others really worked hard to put together a night of engagement with Johnson Controls International. And just a lot of the details are in your board report, but really what I wanted to bring out is, in addition to a lot of the inside look perspective that came from our speakers, from this partnerships, we're going to be having scholarships for students, mentorship opportunities to come, assistance to the college with career education outreach, as well as support with curriculum development that will really be cutting edge and current moving forward. And I'd like to send special thanks to the team at JCI, specifically the senior account manager, Tony Sclafani, who's been really just a great friend to Laney College. And I wanted to highlight that. And then finally, one thing that is not in the written board report, but that I gave you as a handout this evening, is a fantastic event that took place also last week. I provided you with a flyer and an executive summary of the event. Laney College and Oakland Unified School District came together and had a Laney Day for OUSD students. And we had about 190 I can't say OUSD students, because at the end of the day, they all completed CCC Apply and submitted applications to become Laney College students, both as fully matriculated and then through our dual enrollment programs. And just a lot of people in our outreach. I want to send special thanks to Kim Gonzalez and Raya Zion, but also to our Dean of Career Education, Alejandra Tomas. She's done an incredible job working with our Vice President of Instruction, really to ensure that outreach and a lot of the work we're doing to fund career education programs continues. And this funding does include our Fab Labs. And our intent is to keep them moving forward and identifying and maintaining those resources. And with that, I'll conclude my report this evening.
Good evening, Chancellor Jackson, Board President Delphine Polk, trustees, colleagues, students, and members of the community. Berkeley City College requests that the Board of Trustees consider approval of the following 3 agenda items. Agenda item number 1, an independent contractor service contract with Partners in Communication, LLC, for interpreting accommodations of Berkeley City College faculty in the amount of $2,500. The American Disabilities Act requires accommodations and communication access for deaf faculty members. American Sign Language interpretation is used to support full participation in college and district-related activities. ASL interpretation is necessary for deaf and hearing employees at BCC to fully communicate with each other and participate in events, meetings, trainings, classes, and other forums within Berkeley City College. This is also a critical resource for fulfilling our college commitment to equity. Item number 3, ratification of a MOU memorializing sub-grant to Girls Inc. of Alameda County in the amount of $621,531. This sub-award to Girls Inc. is part of the partnership to create new and innovative apprenticeship opportunities to provide learning support systems for youth from under-resourced communities and to promote career advancement. This support for career education for low-income and historically marginalized students aligns with BCC's goal of achieving equitable student completion. It will also address 2 challenges. Number 1, the shortage of expanded learning professionals. Number 2, economic mobility for under-resourced communities. Item number 3, the High Roads Training Partnership Grants Subaward Agreement between East Bay Innovations and Berkeley City College. This grant in the amount of $134,064 will advance the BCC Social Work and Human Resources Department's curriculum and promote successful employment opportunities for community health workers. This partnership will support the success of students by aligning the HUSV curriculum and industry demands, identifying barriers for various student populations, and supporting students with lived experiences in their transitions from college to workforce using internships and apprenticeship paths. This grant will also address the following challenges: the shortage of community health workers in California and economic mobility for under-resourced communities. On Wednesday, I'd like to now transition to things happening on campus. On Wednesday, November 8th, Berkeley City College hosted Earn and Learn's apprenticeship and internship fair. Over 300 students from 11 high schools met with 20 employers in the BCC atrium. Big thank you to our enrollment coordinator, Gail Pendleton, and her team for making this event so successful. BCC also hosted an art show, truly fabulous art show on last Friday evening entitled Hues Are You. And I'd like to thank our dedicated art faculty and talented students for providing such a first-class showing. This concludes my report for Berkeley City College.
Good evening, President Delphine Polk, Vice President Quinlan, trustee members, Chancellor Jackson, colleagues, student journalists. I'll try to keep my report succinct today. I'd like to highlight one of the reports in front of you, and then 2 new events that took place at College of Alameda. During the week of October 16, October 20, the College of Alameda celebrated in the beautiful H building or NCLA building, the Undocumented Students Success Program Cafe. So we had several events, but 2 of the events I would like to highlight is one workshop on identities led by Dean Rodriguez and Dean Ochoa, a book reading with Oakland poet Daisy Carrillo Lopez. Both activities talk about intersectionality of our identities and the challenges of undocumented students in the state of California. And unfortunately, these challenges continue to exist. But the events, despite the challenges and sharing of stories, the events were uplifting because they focused on art, identity, community support, and inspiration for each other. I would like to recognize the work of the students and also the coordinator, Juan Lopez, for coordinating some great events. On Tuesday, November 7, Professors John Taylor and Jane Smithson, Director Bradshaw, Deans Jennings and Dean Duke and myself took a little visit to Celdrone. So this is a company right next to us. This was our first in-person meeting and the second meeting with Celdrone. We're trying to see how can we collaborate in building a common curriculum and workforce for Celdrone. It was a really beautiful facility, so seeing all the different drones out there and see how young the workforce was and such a need for creating this curriculum to support local businesses. And on Friday, during the Veterans Day, a College of Alameda team partnered with Alameda Chamber. We had a table to be participating in the Silver Oak anniversary of USS Hornet, 25 years of USS Hornet, and also 80 years since its commissioning in 1943. It was a beautiful event. Trustee Withrow joined us. Chancellor Jackson unfortunately had a little accident, couldn't not join us, but among us also VPSS Lewis, Dean Jennings, and we had a student veteran, a student leader, Mr. Clemas Intervalon and his wife. It was a really beautiful evening and a beautiful event. And the last event, and I skip it and I don't know how, but we had the mayor back at College of Alameda. So it was her second visit last Wednesday. And the mayor also with the city manager and also the leadership of Asian Health Clinic, meeting with the dental assisting program to see how can we support the needs of the Asian Health Clinic and create, formalize some partnership when our dental assisting students find employment. And as you probably know, this clinic is offering 20 hours of service right in a dental assisting offices. So our idea is how do we extend that partnership and how do we look into the future to see how we can utilize the space. And this concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Presidents. Appreciate it. For the essence of time, I'll turn it back over to President Delphine Polk. So we will give an update later on what's happening in the district and facilities.
Thank you. And then we'll move now to 4.1, our presentations. So I believe IVC Smith, you're up next.